Over the years, I have learned some very important lessons in life. I have learned a lot. Some things were academic, others were life lessons. I have had a lot of different teachers and professors over the years, and learned that the best educators are the ones that are passionate about their jobs and the kids that they are educating. I had the privilege of being taught by some of those teachers. I have also had the other kind. Going in 4th grade, I felt that I had the school thing down. Up to that point, my teachers sort of reminded me of my parents. They were kind, funny, and interested in me as a person. I was sure that this would be the same way. I couldn't wait to meet my new teacher. I knew that I was going to have a male teacher this year, and was excited about this because I have had only one male teacher so far, and remembered him fondly. I was sure this guy was going to be great as well. When I got into the classroom, I sat in the front row. I got all of my stuff out of my new backpack. I set up my pencils, erasers, crayons, markers, and notebooks. I even had a new binder just for the 4th grade. I was ready for the wisdom that my new teacher, Mr. Peach, was going to bestow on our class. My friends Tay and Cheyenne were in my class with me. They were also excited to have a guy teacher. Sitting in the front row, we discussed what fun the school year was going to be. "Quiet down," Mr. Peach said as he stood up from his desk. "I am Mr. Peach." Okay, I thought. We already know that. Usually, teachers told us a bit about themselves. Mr. Peach did not. Mr. Peach took out a seating chart and explained that he was assigning the seats. I hoped that I would be with my friends in the front or by the window. Mr. Peach put me in the back. At least I was next to Cheyenne. Tay was over by the window. Mr. Peach announced that the seats were going to be ours for the school year. I noticed that we were arranged boy-girl, boy-girl. Up to now, our teachers let us choose our seats. I wonder why he organized us this way. I set up all of my supplies that I had hastily put back in my new backpack when I found out we were moving seats. Next, Mr. Peach handed out papers. Weren't we going to get to know each other? Weren't we going to learn anything about Mr. Peach? He didn't seem very friendly. As the next week went on, we didn't learn much else about Mr. Peach, other than that he was not fond of wasting time. We also learned that he didn't like talking in his classroom, even when we were finished with our work and spoke quietly. I also learned that Mr. Peach didn't like questions. In the back of the class, it was a little difficult to hear him, and he talked fast. I was used to asking questions. I raised my hand. No response. "Excuse me," I said. Maybe he didn't see me. "I have a question," I said, just in case he didn't see me. "Yes, I saw you," Mr. Peach said sternly. "What is your question?" "Could you explain that last part again?" I asked. He did, from the front of the classroom. I didn't hear so well again, but decided not to ask again. Cheyenne leaned over and started to help me out. I usually did well in all of my subjects, including math. "This is not social time," Mr. Peach said. I decided I could have my mommy or dad help me later after school. At home, Mom and Dad helped me with the problems. Dad explained that I needed to take my time and that I would get it right if I took my time. That made sense. I got it. I felt better. The next day, as I sat down at my desk in the classroom, I felt ready. Mr. Peach announced a quiz. We looked at him surprised. He hadn't told us that we were going to have a quiz. We hadn't prepared or studied extra. When the papers were handed out, he set a timer. Oh no, Daddy had told me to take my time. How was I going to take my time? I froze up, and when the timer ran out, I only had half of my problems completed. I felt defeated and lost. I was used to shining in school. Next, we had science. It was my jam. I loved everything about science. It explained how the world worked. Every time Mr. Peach asked a question, I raised my hand, and every time he called on someone else. Every time. Even when there were only 2 of us raising our hands, and the other person had already asked a question. I really felt that he didn't like me. I wondered why. I'd only been in class a little while. It went on like this for the next few weeks. Over that time, I stopped raising my hand when Mr. Peach asked a question. I didn't ask questions either. I stopped asking questions. I still worked hard and studied hard every day at home, but in truth, my heart was not in it the way it had been in past school years. When we got our report cards, I didn't get bad grades, but didn't get my usual straight A's. I felt deflated. I worried that my parents would be disappointed. I made an effort not to show them my report card. At dinner, my parents noticed my attitude. "What's going on with you?" Daddy asked. "Are you all right?" "I'm okay," I said, not wanting to disappoint Mom and Dad.
"Are you sure?"
Mom asked me.
"You just don't seem your usual self."
"It's true," Daddy said. "You usually talk about school all the time. You hardly mentioned it at all."
"Yeah,"
chimed in my sister Ernesto. I couldn't help it. I started to get teary. I spilled. I told him everything, about the timed tests, about how Mr. Peach didn't like to answer questions, and how he never called on me. I also told them about my disappointing report card. I also told them how defeated I felt, and how ashamed I was about everything. And include everyone no matter what, that person should find another profession, because everyone who is a student is going to be a participant in the real world and affect others in the future. Hey, thank you for watching. Please click on the right to subscribe if you liked the video. And please don't forget to click on the bell icon when you subscribe so that you can be notified when we upload a new video. Watch more videos on the left, including our playlist. Thank you.